Hi, everyone, and welcome to 24/7's Candidate Appreciation Week webinar focusing on in-demand roles and what you need to know to succeed. Today we have Chad, our Senior Account Manager in our Toronto office, to walk through everything you need to know regarding UX design, the skills needed, experience you should get, and what hiring managers are looking for in these candidates. So Chad, thank you for joining us in today's webinar.
Thanks for having me, Catherine.
So let's get into it. So what is a UX designer?
So a UX designer is a designer who is skilled in being able to provide meaningful and relevant experiences to users on digital platforms. Now, obviously, there's many different types of definitions. I think that is the one that I would say would likely be the most common. It involves design and working from the entire process, acquiring, integrating, the product and including aspects of the brand design, usability, and function. So it's really taking a look at digital products and making them as pretty much as efficient as possible and easy to use for the user. And also just creating some sort of meaningful experience to them that they're going to be able to take away.
Awesome. So if I were looking to become a UX designer, what skills would I need to have?
Yeah, from a software point of view, what we typically see in the market right now is Sketch and InVision. Adobe XD is becoming a lot more common because it's essentially integrating with the capabilities of Sketch and InVision all in one. So you're able to not only do your wireframings, but you're also able to do prototyping in Adobe XD. I think any designer, it's incredibly important for them to have a firm understanding of Adobe Creative Suite in general, which would be, Photoshop, Illustrator, InDesign, and then another software application that's coming out is Figma. That is something that I am seeing more often in the market as well. It's essentially a same kind of concept. It's being able to design and prototype all in one. So I think it's as the industry continues to grow, and so is the software around them, trying to make it as easy and intuitive as possible for designers to be able to work within a specific tool.
That's great. And then how would you recommend candidates get experience if they're looking to get into UX design?
That's a great question. I think the best way to do that, getting experience is always tough for anyone, but I know that there's a lot of designers that I work with who work in internships. I think there's definitely something to be said doing. I know it's not always great to be able to do pro bono work, but I do know, based on my experience, that a lot of designers who typically are able to move into a focused career have done internships either during school and or after school. And that essentially just allows them to get that hands-on experience that they're able to carry into then a position that is, obviously paid and within the field. I think for any designer, having at least 1 year of core UX experience gives you the leverage to move forward in your career.
Great. And so in addition to, that 1 year minimum of experience, what would you say that hiring managers are looking for in these UX design candidates?
I think hiring managers are looking for, aside from a can-do attitude, I think they're looking for designers who have strong design skills, who, are able to demonstrate, their ability to approach tough challenges and come up with design-focused solutions to them. Also, with following an approach and working within the framework of UX methodologies. Another major skill set that I see is being able to have strong communication skills. A lot of the roles that are within the UX design space are collaborative. So, which means you're essentially liaising between, depending on how robust the design teams are, and just the company is in general. You could be liaising with product owners, um, project managers, developers, other designers, art directors, and what have you. So being able to communicate effectively, not only just in general, but your designs, your rationale, your recommendations and approach is, I think those are very critical skills to have, aside from the hands-on design skills that you bring to the table.
Yeah, that's great. Very thorough. So, along with all of these incredible insights you've given, what are kind of your top takeaways for candidates to be set up for success?
I think, be an expert in best practices for any web-based information architecture and design. So whether that be, staying on top of, new technologies, staying on top of innovative, concepts or innovative, methodologies or practices or procedures within the UX design space is going to benefit you. And I think, being able to adapt quickly and effectively is another, another key, another key ability or to success is, being able to have that kind of agile mentality where you can kind of adapt to, problems or challenges on the fly. And another thing is, know the difference between B2B and B2C. There's a lot of companies that work on, public-facing products, or like a specific like consulting companies. Maybe they're working on like internal projects as well. But ultimately, at the very end, I think it takes time. It takes time to succeed. Be open to feedback. I think it's being in the space. You need to relish feedback that's given and take that feedback, and create action behind it, to help yourself improve and develop. I think spend time investing in learning as much as you can about your field, and that you should be on a good path to success.
Yeah, definitely. So I have one last question for you, and this is, a very commonly asked question. So if I'm looking to land a UX job and I don't have a lot of experience, what are kind of like the key qualifications that you think that I would need to have are?
I think the key qualifications would be a very firm understanding of the basic foundations of UX principles and procedures, methodologies, examples of personal work that demonstrate your problem-solving abilities. It's hiring manager. There's something to be said, with the personal time that you invest into attempting to solve a tough digital problem, whether that be maybe a favorite brand of yours that you currently use on a day-to-day basis, that you feel like you could potentially improve them or optimize their product in some way, shape, or form. I think that shows, showing your thought process behind it and being able to back up your choices and why you've decided to make those improvements. During an interview, sitting with a hiring manager, I think that's going to help you kind of land your dream job, especially when you're not bringing a lot of core experience to the table.
It's incredible. Thank you so much. And thank you, everyone, for attending our UX Design webinar. And again, thank you, Chad, for all of your amazing insights. So for more insights on in-demand roles, be sure to follow us on social media. Our platforms are all listed here. And also be sure to sign up on our website so that you can get one step closer to your dream job. Thanks, everyone.